Usually what I do every single day is that I go to the daily time frame, right? Daily time frame. Because why? Because the daily time frame means more confirmation, right? So I'm just going to put this here real quick. And again, we're going to do the exact same thing we did last time. I'm going to take off this real quick. Right now, looking at SPY, are you bearish or are you bullish, or is there still some indecision or indecisiveness across the market right now? Bull. Okay, so Aaron's bull. And this is trading view. Ronnie, this is definitely trading view here. So Aaron's is bull. John is bull. Why is everyone bull? So today, Frank is a bear. Uncertain. I like that. Broke previous resistance. Indecisive. Rally. Okay, there's a trend. So looking at this last candlestick from today, would you say that there's bearish momentum or bullish momentum? Bear, right? So this definitely means what? It means that if we plot the high of today, and actually one way that you can do this on TradingView is going to the right-hand corner where your watches is at, you're able to identify what your highest point was. So that 448.50 or 0.49 level is the high of today. So we clearly rejected at that level of 448.49. Let me just go ahead and just make it correct. I'll put it there for now. So we definitely rejected there. What I always love to do is I always like to go back in time. So we see that we rejected today. We also almost rejected at that exact same point back on February 16th. We did the same thing on January 21st. And again, I like to go back again. This was also previous resistance, the 24th of August. If we continue, so we definitely have 2 to 3 touches. With 2 to 3 touches, does that make it a critical resistance level? Yes or no? Yes, 100%. 100%. Someone mentioned double top. Can you, if you want to come off mute, can you tell me where you see the double top at?
Raise your hand and I'll unmute.
Raise your hand, you come off mute.
Nicole Johnson.
Yes, I see the double top. You actually circled it.
Okay.
Circled it like 3 times.
Okay. Are you referring?
And I have a question. Is this so the candle for today, the candle that you circled next to it, and then the candle that you circled next to that one? And then I have a question. Is that considered a shooting star?
Sort of. It's still a bearish candle, which is a really good indication. It's sort of like a shooting star. Honestly, it would be more of a shooting star if it was like this. If it was like a line and then like a little, if it was like that, and I know it's terrible. My drawing skills are not that good, so pardon me.
More of a wick, you're saying?
Yeah, like more wick, right? So if there was more wick, then that'll be called a shooter, right? So that's a very, very bearish candle. And you'll see that oftentimes you're gonna see that when there's an uptrend. So this right here is a perfect example. You see how we uptrend, shooter candle, we came right back down, right? So always look, whenever a stock is trending at the highs, you want to look for those shooter candles, those long wicks, because that just tells you that now sellers are back in control, right? So at this moment, would you say that we had a pretty good rally from, let's say, 415 all the way to 451, and we rejected at 448? Do you agree with that analysis? Okay, all right. I have another question for you. Looking at this chart, and it might be hard because of the numbers here, and I'll just zoom in. What is the price that you're looking at that if we break that price to the downside, you will go in for puts? And let me just get you something else. All right, give me 1 second. Yep.
Okay, so you say to the downside?
The downside. Like for tomorrow, what is that level that you know what? If it breaks this level, we're going in for puts. Taking into account that we closed at 443.
Okay, I would say 440.
That's a good level. I like that level. That's actually
and the reason I say that is because it's below. Hold on, what's the close of the day before, the 2 days ago? Yeah, right there. Yeah, I would say that because it's below that, so that would kind of tell me, okay, it's kind of in a
correct. So tomorrow, of course, the pre-market levels would definitely be different. But looking at today, if we break below 443, and I'm going to show you where I found that level from. I got that level from this wick right here. See? You see how we had support there, and then we formed what? What is this? Can someone tell me what is this pattern? And you said it earlier. M. Whenever we form that M, when it comes to trading, what does it signify?
That double top.
You got it. So double top means that we went to what? 2 different areas of resistance, and we came right back down. Right. This level right here, what is this called? We talk about it all the time. Starts with an N. The neckline. Great job. Yeah, so that is definitely the neckline. And we fast forward, and again, there's so many different ways that you can trade. Like, for example, here, I could have easily done a trend line going down, right? Trend line going down, breaks the trend line towards the upside. What do we have here? TTM squeeze is also changing colors. And then we have green bars all the way. Where are we right now at this moment? Are we at a critical support level? Yes or no?
Yes, because of that neckline.
You got it. You got it. So
Okay.
previous support. Really good job. Yes, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Shoot.
Yes.
He's saucy tonight.
Yeah, so we're now at that critical support. So you always use history. Great job there, Khadija. You always use history. Price action is all about history. You could plot a support from 1987. It will still be valid today, right? So tomorrow, here's our plan for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and draw this down. And please, 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 this is how we're able to formulate our watches. And we'll do it every single time, okay? So SPY, we'll say below 443. Right, we will enter puts. If we enter puts, what's going to be our first target? Just looking at the right-hand side, looking at these numbers here. So if we break 443, what should be our next support? 439. What do we usually do when it's 439.70 or 0.80? What do we usually do? We do the same thing that hedge funds, we rounded up. Great job. So 440 will be our first profit target, right? So PT number one to the downside will be 440, right? So 440 will be the first one. Then how do we get the next PT? Can someone explain to me how do we get the next profit target? What do we use when it comes to price action to identify that?
Amber, we're gonna unmute you.
Support, right? We use the next level of support. How do we identify the next level of support? Anyone?
I think Amber's unmuted now. I don't know if she wants to answer.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
I'm actually kind of new to this, and I'm just sitting in and enjoying. So I really don't have.
I saw your hand raised. All right. Never mind.
Oh, I accidentally hit that. I'm sorry.
No worries.
No worries.
Highly recommend you to go back to the recordings. I know for a fact if you look at that and you practice it, then for the next class you should have a little bit more knowledge when it comes to what we're teaching today. So
I can find this in EYL University, correct?
yes,
on the website and in our investing tab and also on Facebook and guide number 4.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
You bet. So the chat is popping today, which I love it, right? I mean, the chat is just going. So yes, minimum 3 touches. Something that I do, and I do this all the time. I'm looking for the wicks. What did we say on Monday's class? Was it Monday's class? Yeah, it was Monday's class. What do we say about wicks? Wicks don't what? Wicks don't lie, right? Wicks do not lie.
Wicks
They
don't
will
lie.
never lie, right? So I always look at the wicks because the wicks are telling you a story. It tells you where price rejected. Kimberly, you're on it. You're on fire. Listen, so the wicks tell you a story. They're telling you where price actually rejected. So we see what? We see this long wick here at this level of 435.50. Let's just say it's 436. So PT number 1 is going to be 440. PT number 2 will be 436. That will be our entries, and that will be our profit target levels for SPY for tomorrow.